Hi, I'm Suzanne Schultz. I'm here with BNN. It's all about arts, and we are at Gallery Naga with Meg White. Hello, Meg.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us. You have a wonderful show here. Tell us about it.
We do. It's a show by Peter Vanderwarker, and it's the first time that we've ever shown him. We've been working with him for a couple years, and he's been photographing for over 20 years as an architectural photographer, but he's been doing his own personal work for a long time. And this is his first major gallery exhibition of his personal work, and we're really thrilled to be showing it.
I bet you are. Tell us a little bit about the gallery and the history here.
The gallery started in 1977 as a cooperative. It started with artists who were committed to the Boston art scene. And it's here in a church, interesting place for a gallery. And Arthur Dion took over the gallery in the early 80s, and I came on about 10 years ago. And Arthur and I are partners in the business, and it's committed to showing mostly painters, Boston-based, New England-based, some photography, like Peter, and some studio furniture.
Excellent. I've been for some of your past shows. I remember the furniture, I remember the painters, and it's great to see the photography. So thank you so much for inviting us in, and congratulations on this great show.
Thanks.
Hi, we're here with Peter Vanderwarker at Gallery Naga, and this is his show. Hello, Peter.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations. This is wonderful.
Thanks very much. Nice to get the work on the walls.
Yes. So tell us about the piece we're standing in front of, this Prada building.
Well, one thing about architectural photography is that it's a very measured kind of additive process. It's kind of like building a pyramid. These pictures are something else. They're like me. They're a little restless. They're bored with the common assumptions. And it's more like peeling an onion, like taking away layers until you get to some kind of meaning behind the image.
That's great. So where was this taken?
My wife and I love modern abstract art. We're big fans of Donald Judd. Judd has a town in southwest Texas called Marfa that he owns, and he has installed some of the best abstract American sculpture in the U.S. from the 1960s and 70s. So we made a pilgrimage to Marfa, and 40 miles away from the town, we stopped because my daughter, who was driving, said, "Dad, we just passed a Prada store." And I sort of went, "Yeah, right." You know, she put. This is a conceptual art installation. Here's the sign identifying it. It's by a pair of German conceptual artists, and the building that you see there was built shortly before we arrived, and it's being left in the desert to decompose and turn into a kind of a relic of our commercial society in the middle of 40 miles from nowhere. It's a marvelous thing.
That's a great statement. Yeah, that's incredible. Well, congratulations on the show, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a National Endowment for the Arts grant back in the 80s to photograph the Big Dig. It almost killed me. I wound up with 20,000 images, and all of them were horribly boring construction pictures. One day, however, I was lucky to be in the South Boston area where they were doing a cut and cover tunnel, and the rebar guys were just finishing the tiebacks on the rebars. I set up my tripod, found a yellow extension cord, and started fiddling with it. The ironworkers, however, were working by the hour, and they were right behind my tripod, and they were going bananas. They were just going crazy, like, get out of our way so we can finish the job. But when they saw this picture, they kind of understood. It captures the spirit of the project and a little bit of the style of what I like about big construction. Harry Cobb, the architect of the Hancock Tower, is a good friend of mine. And recently, just 2 weeks ago, the Hancock received the 25-year building award from the American Institute of the Architects. That's the best thing a single building can win. I've been photographing this building for Harry and for myself for about 20 years. I even have it when the windows were falling out of it, and it was called the tallest plywood building in the world. This picture was taken from the roof of the old Hancock Tower, and one of these rules in photography is that you're never supposed to cut the frame exactly in half. I figured rules are made to be broken. The picture is, I love it because not only is the frame cut in half vertically, it's cut in half horizontally, so you get 4 similar rectangles. The right 2 are a historic city reflected in a modern building. The left 2 you're looking over the south end on this kind of dreamy kind of landscape of urbanism. It's really kind of a marvelous thing that, and I couldn't have done it without Harry Cobb. He's a great guy.